Hey guys, welcome back to Study Collab. Today we're going to be doing a how to prepare a presentation video.
So the very first step is research. I would recommend starting this at least 3 weeks in advance. It really helps to get ahead with research especially. So you can go to Google or Google Scholar for some better, more reliable articles. And so here I'm just going to find a news article and say I was using this for my research and I'd taken some information from it. I would then copy the link and then I have a separate document for my bibliography and I just paste in all the links there. And as you can see in the black, I have the Harvard referencing, so usually I'll come back later with the links and do the whole Harvard referencing. I also usually have a research document, and so here I can just put in the website and the information I got from it. That makes it really easy to do in-text referencing, and it also helps you to organize your information later on as well. So now that you've organized all of your information from your research, it's time to create a script. And I would recommend doing this at least 2 weeks in advance, just to make sure that you're really prepared and you have time to make your palm cards. Which leads us on to the next part, which is making your palm cards. And I would recommend doing this 1 week in advance. And once you've done that, all you've got to do is practice, practice, practice. So I like to create my palm cards in Word. So I have my script in my Word document, and then I'll go to Layout, Columns, and then Write. And then if I find it's not quite the right size that I want, I'll go back into Columns, More Columns, and then increase the size of the left column. And then once I've done that, I'll just press Enter on the keyboard to make sure it's all laid out nicely. And then I'll go back and separate it into the specific palm cards that I would like, just to make sure that specific topics and sentences are all together. Then once I've done that, I'll print and cut out the individual palm cards and paste them on some cardboard palm cards that I've bought from my local stationery shop. And it's a really great way to make sure that it's really neat for when you are presenting, and also really quick. So now that your palm cards are ready, it's time to make some slides to accompany your presentation. So this is an example presentation that I did for my Theory of Knowledge presentation. So this is the first slide, which is just a title slide. I try to make it very simple with just a couple of images and my title. And then this is another images slide, which I find is really great for accompanying what you're saying without having too much up on your slide. And it's really interesting for the audience. And then this is an example where I used an entire image for a slide and a title. And then this slide was some definitions. I thought rather than writing them all out, it was nicer to just have the words there.
And so this is just showing you how I would use bullet points on my slides.
So I don't actually put in full sentences or anything. I put in sort of very short phrases to sum up different points that I'm raising while I'm speaking. And then this slide here is a map, and I like to use a lot of figures and maps and tables and graphs in my presentations because they can be really interesting for the audience and really show that you have done a lot of research and that you have a lot of knowledge. So now I just want to give you some tips on what to do just before your presentation. The first thing that I like to do just before my presentation is just read over my palm cards, not say them out loud, just read over them, make sure they're in the right order and all that. And then after that, I'll just flick through my slides, make sure they're all in the right order, and that sort of really relaxes me and makes me see that I'm really prepared. And then after that, the only thing I can do is just relax and present confidently, knowing that I'm prepared. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope that this video has somewhat helped you in some way. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. See ya!